Hi everyone, today I'm reviewing one of my first Apple device that is 15 years old. That's right, 15 years. It has been over a decade and yet it's still going strong today. This was actually the very first Apple device I ever owned all the way back in 2011. Many people still claim this is one of the most iconic designs Apple has ever made. And this is the iPhone 4S, the last masterpiece overseen by Steve Jobs. In a world of massive titanium phones and folding screens, I decided to put my modern smartphone in a drawer and go back to the beginning. Can this tiny glass sandwich actually survive in 2026? We're about to find out. But before we see if this thing explodes trying to open Instagram, hit that subscribe button, because I'm testing how our glass sandwich iPhone design holds up 15 years later, and I want you guys here for the journey. Let's dive in. Back in 2011, this was the peak of innovation. It gave us Siri, the first 1080p camera on a phone, and that iconic dual antenna design. It felt like jewelry. Holding it now, it's tiny, it's like a toy, but the build quality is still better than half the phones coming out today. It's heavy, it's premium, and it fits in the palm of your hand like it was actually made for humans. I actually found this tucked away in a storage box. To my surprise, it was still running a completely stock version of iOS 7. No jailbreak, no tweaks, just pure flat design nostalgia. But here's the problem. The App Store in 2026 is basically a ghost town for iOS 7. Nothing would download. So I had to take matters into my own hands. I decided to jailbreak it, not to be a hacker, but just to give this thing a pulse. Once I opened up Cydia and added some legacy repositories, I was finally able to force download some older versions of apps that the official store wouldn't let me touch. Using iOS 7 again feels different. Those icons, the original control center, and man, that classic slide to unlock animation, it's satisfying. I started using it as my actual backup phone. Surprisingly, for the basics, it's totally fine. Phone calls are crystal clear, and texting works. That classic simple emojis is simplicity. No heavy feelings. I loaded it up with music, and honestly, the headphone jack makes this a better iPod than any modern iPhone. And yeah, I had to install Candy Crush. It still runs. It's a bit slow to load, but once you're in, it's like 2012 all over again. Now, let's talk about the modern stuff. Using Facebook, Messenger, or Instagram on this is a test of patience. Most of the UI is broken, images take forever to load, and forget about Reels or video content. It's a literal time machine, but not always a fast one. As for the battery, I started at 100%. After an hour of music and some light texting, I was down to 70%. By the time I played 20 minutes of games, I hit that 20% red zone in about 4 hours total. In 2026, you're definitely going to need a portable charger and a 30-pin cable, which is getting harder to find. One of the biggest reasons I brought this back is the camera. Lately, modern phone photos look too perfect, almost fake. The 8-megapixel sensor on the 4S has this natural, grainy, that digicam aesthetic that people are obsessed with right now. I took it out for a jog and a walk to grab some samples. Look at the colors. They're warm, a bit soft, and they have that genuine vintage soul. The video stabilization isn't great compared to today, but that shaky, raw footage gives it a home movie vibe that you just can't recreate with an iPhone 15 or 16. It's the perfect aesthetic for the gram. So what's the verdict? Can you use an iPhone 4S in 2026 as a primary phone? Absolutely not. You'll lose your mind waiting for apps to load. But as a secondary device for music, calls, and a digital detox, it's actually incredible. It reminds us that we don't always need the biggest screen to stay connected. The 4S isn't just a piece of old tech, it's a vibe. If you have one in a drawer, go find a 30-pin cable and power it up. It's worth it just for the nostalgia. Do any of you still have one of these? Comment down below and share your stories with your beloved iPhone 4S. If you loved this little throwback trip, please hit that like button and subscribe for more vintage tech experiments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.